Hello and welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing well. So this video is all about how you can start and get into data engineering from scratch. So whether you are a fresher or you don't know about data engineering at all, or else you are just switching your career. So this video will help you understand how you can build your career path and start your first job as a data engineer. So without wasting any time, let's get into it. So the first and the most important thing is you have to understand the basic. You have to get understanding of what is the roles and responsibilities of a data engineer and what really is a data engineer. So the main job of data engineer is like to collect data from different types of sources. So your data could be in like some relational database, or it could be coming from a sensor or a API, or else it could be at a remote cloud storage. So you have to first understand how you can collect the data from these various sources and also integrate all your tools so that all the process all the way from collecting the data, transforming it and loading it into some storage solution. So all this process should run seamlessly. So you have to first have a basic understanding of the data modeling aspect as well as the ETL processes as well as different data integration tools. Also, you should be knowing like what is like a relational data, what is non-relational, as well as what is like unstructured data, and what are the major differences between the SQL databases, NoSQL databases. So this basic understanding will really help you start your journey in data engineering. Because most of the time, if you just start learning any tool, like for example, if you start learning Hadoop, but if you don't know about why Hadoop is required really, what is distributed computing and why you need that in the first place, you have to first go from the basic and scratch to understand what is the necessity of all these tools, so that you will be able to understand clearly which tool you should choose for your data solution. So the first step you can do is you should start learning SQL, because handling the structured data will be the entry point to come into data engineering. So the structured query language is like the foundation of like a data management, as well as you should learn like how to write SQL queries to manipulate the data according to your use case. So that will be the first step. So once you get a good grip on SQL, you should learn a programming language. So whether it is Python or Java, which are like very popular in the data community. So you should learn like the basics as of programming languages as well as how you can utilize them to process the data. So I'll highly recommend you to start with the Python, because Python is really readable and have rich set of libraries which can integrate different tools across your data engineering. So you can just start with the pandas library and see its capabilities, because panda is pretty powerful tool to handle not big data, but for getting started, pandas will be the good choice for you. So you got SQL as well as the programming skills. So you built like a great foundational knowledge for entering into data engineering. So what is next? So next will be the data modeling part. So you have to understand how your data is structured, and according to that you have to build your data model, because that will be like the crucial step of starting every data engineering project. And once you got a clear understanding of data modeling, you can now jump onto the ETL processes. So ETL processes consist of extraction, transformation as well as loading the data. So let me break down these three and explain you what really they are. So extraction means you are extracting the data. So you are fetching the data from different sources. It could be SQL database, NoSQL database, in the cloud, S3 bucket or an API. Or it could be a real-time data coming from any sensor. So you have to just get that data from these tools, which is like an extraction process. Then once you got the data, you got to transform that as per the business logic and the business use case. And once you got that into a required format, then you can dump that data and load it into some data storage solution. It could be data warehouse if the data is structured. If the data is unprocessed stage, then you can just dump it into a data lake. so that your users will be able to run queries, analytical queries on top of that data or build any dashboard, for example. So once you got a good grip on ETL processes, then the big data comes into picture. Big data means the data is coming at a higher velocity as well as the veracity. So you have to understand different big data technologies. So in that you should understand the basics of a distributed computing, and you should definitely learn about the Hadoop ecosystem. So it consists of a storage solution which is known as HDFS and is based on the Google file system. Also, you should look out on the MapReduce processing engine of the Hadoop. I know MapReduce is pretty outdated right now, but to get you a great understanding of a distributed processing, I think you should start with the MapReduce as well. And you should definitely run Apache Spark. So Apache Spark has a rich set of APIs so that developers can either use Python or Java, Scala or R, whatever it is. It is a great tool for handling big data at a huge scale, and it got different set of libraries as well for machine learning applications as well as the real-time data analytics. So that's why if you know this Apache Spark very well, then you're good to go and start your journey in the data engineering. So these are like the basic steps and very crucial steps which you need to follow to get into data engineering. But to add a cherry on top of our cake, there comes the cloud computing in picture. So there are like several platforms, and I hope you already heard about them. There are AWS, GCP as well as the Azure, which are providing the data solution in the cloud. So they have like a very cost effective, scalable and high available data solution so that you can build your complex data pipeline into the cloud. So you should definitely get a good understanding and maybe earn a single certification in the field of data. So there are several certifications like AWS Data Analytics Specialty, or if you are just getting started, you can definitely check out the Azure Data Fundamental certification. And once you are good, you can also check their associate level data engineering certification as well. And there are several GCP certifications also for data engineering that are also great to complete, and it will be a good addition into your resume. So you may ask where I should learn all this stuff. You can definitely check out some of the great courses available on Coursera or Udemy, which has like comprehensive lectures, and you will get a clear understanding as well as some hands-on experience on all these technologies. I'll be giving you some of the best courses I also learned from them. So I'll be giving those courses in the description below so that you can give it a try and build your practical knowledge. So don't just listen to all those courses. You have to build your own projects as well. So that is a crucial step if you want to enter into data engineering. So if you are switching your careers or just getting started, it is very important to build your own project and showcase them in your resume. So you can work on your projects as well as you can upload all the scripts and the material which are required on the project in the GitHub so that you can showcase in your resume as well. And also you should stay updated. You should join different communities or read regular blogs of latest technologies in the data field and see what is going on in the data community. So that is also a great addition to your data engineering learning. So this was all about how you can get started and start learning the data engineering. But it is not just building the foundational knowledge. You should also practice SQL, Python or Java, whatever you choose, on a regular basis so that you will not lose the touch. So I hope you like this video. If you are facing any issues, you can let me know in the comments and we can discuss on that further. So just subscribe to the channel and also ring the notification bell to get the latest updates. Thanks for watching.